we're being joined now by Mr. Paul Ibe, media aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He's live in our Abuja studio. Mr. Ibe, welcome to the program. I'm sure you heard Mr. Yohana saying that Mr. Abubakar is not a member of the ADC just yet, and he cannot make decisions on behalf of the party. So he had better join if he wants to make decisions, or at least be reckoned with in the ADC. Why is it taking so long for Mr. Atiku to join the ADC?
Thank you so much for having me this beautiful morning. First off, let me use this opportunity to wish Nigerians, happy 65th independence anniversary. It's a privilege to be alive in this season of anomy, such as we are in under the Tinubu administration. There is really nothing. I think we're just trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. There's really no problem. And the truth of the matter is that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has resigned. It's public knowledge. He has resigned from the PDP. He is a committed member, an active member, and committed one, of the ADC, the coalition platform. He is indeed the progenitor, of the coalition that eventually culminated in, leaders converging, under the platform of the ADC. There is a process that is in place. This is really not about His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. And that process includes mobilization, of membership in Adamawa State. It includes putting structures. A political party is like a building. You need to have the structures, the pillars, the building blocks, in place. Before you can have your beautiful jacuzzi in a house, you need to have the building blocks, you need to have the structure of the house in place. And so right now, that's ongoing. Where those structures are in existence, there is a need to strengthen them. Where they are not in existence, there is a need to put them in place. And Atiku is working with other leaders, not only in Adamawa State, but elsewhere around the 36 states, the 774 local governments, and all of the wards, around the country. And that is ongoing. And eventually it will culminate in a public event, in Jada and Adamawa State, where His Excellency will collect, his membership, card. Of course, that is important. His Excellency supports, the directive of the, of the leadership of the party without any reservations. And I want to assure Nigerians, especially members of the ADC, that there is no going back. It's an irreversible decision. His Excellency has taken is an irreversible one, and he is in ADC for good. So
we can say that the leader of the PDP in Adamawa State now is the governor. But how imposing is the strength of the ADC in Adamawa following the defection of your principal, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar?
What will happen, and of course, you will see the tsunami. Once, like I told you, all of the structures are in place, and officially His Excellency, collects his membership card, you see a tsunami, movement, the realignment, of members, of various political parties in the state, a video of Labour, of ABGA, of the PDP, of the APC, and all of that. They will coalesce, in the ADC, and that is what it's all about. And what His Excellency is trying to do is to ensure that the proper structures are in place to receive all of these people who will eventually, follow him, into the ADC.
Well, very interesting days ahead, even though, we've seen the presidency speak to the possibility of former President Goodluck Jonathan joining the race, saying, well, we welcome him, even though they referred to, his time in office and all of that. And they said specifically that, well, for them, 2027 is not the issue, but because you people keep talking about 2027, they've also had to speak to it. But if former President Goodluck Jonathan were to agree and throw his hat would there really be any need for Mr. Atiku Abubakar to also run?
Well, it is not we. When you say we the people, are you talking about Atiku Abubakar? Are you talking about the opposition? The persons who are speaking to 2027 is actually the Tinubu-led administration. Don't forget that before he traveled to Paris, which has become his preferred destination spot, when there are lots of places in Nigeria where one can wind down, if there is a need for that. And at the meeting that he had, he did apologize, for talking about making 2027 an issue, for being focused more on politics instead of governance. And so it's not we, who are talking about 2027. It's actually the Tinubu administration that understands clearly that, given the current situation, given the level of their performance, they cannot win a free and fair election. And so they are front-loading 2027 and in negation of governance. The provision of security and the welfare of the people is supposed to be the primary responsibility, of every government. And they have continued to major, in minors,
right,
and focus more on politics,
right,
rather than governance.
Well, Mr. Polibe, we have to thank you so much, but I must get your parting shot on this. Dangote Pengasan. I know Mr. Atiku Abubakar is also big on the oil industry and he's talked about what he will do. What are his sentiments about this one? We have 30 seconds, by the way.
Sorry?
What are his sentiments about this issue, Dangote Pengasan, in 30 seconds?
Well, you see, Dangote, like every investor, needs all the support, they can get. Dangote cannot be an orphan at this stage, given the level of investment that he, has made. It has to be a balance. Government needs to strike a balance, and ensure, that there is a protection of, of the rights of workers and the investment, of Dangote. We can't afford, to have to lose the benefits of what Dangote, is bringing to the table.
Mr. Polibe Umos, thank you very much for making time out to join us on this conversation. And we look forward to the grand event when your principal joins the ADC in Adamawa State. Mr. Paul Ibe is a spokesperson of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Thank you for having me.
And that's our offering on the show today. Thank you so much for being there. We wish you, ahead of tomorrow, a very happy independence celebration indeed. I am Bukola Koka.
And I'm Kayode Okikilu. Sunrise Daily is next. Goodbye.